Welcome in, everybody. Reporting for duty. Something humble. Get in your ship. Get out there and go blow up some hegemonies. I need to go check my squirrels and my crows. So, I'll be right back. I'm not sure if I'm going to jump into, oops, I guess I'm in the wrong category. I didn't look at my stream information. I'm still on the Kingdom Rush. Let's go to, just chatting for a sec. Just chat. Not Kingdom Rush. Just chatting. Done. Okay. I'll be right back. Let me do my thing and then I'll get started with my day. Do my thing. Which is take a bunch of trash out of my computer room. Okay. Alrighty. I think we start with StarCraft. We're going to go into StarCraft here. I think I am going to stop streaming for a second. No one's in the chat. Let me open up my text-to-speech so I can hear you people talk. I like to hear chat. I open up text-to-speech and Google Keep at the same time because their icons are so similar. I just get them confused. So now I just open them up at both times. Might as well have my Google Keep open. Let myself record something. I'm watching a little bit of Counter-Strike. I don't know if you guys are into Counter-Strike or not. I am. I like Counter-Strike. I'm not like super into it, but I like it. It's fun. It's like real fun and stuff, you know? What am I doing here? Well, they're gonna play Dust too. I guess I could, can I watch Counter-Strike on my stream? Is that a thing in just chatting? I don't know. Let's watch a little bit of it here. I've got it on mute. I'll have to open it. Oh, it's going to make me watch an ad. Yeah, never mind. I have to show an ad on stream. I don't want to do that. I'm not too interested. I could always watch this later if I'm super interested. Catch the reruns. They like to air the reruns a lot. But the last map was pretty good between them, so this map's probably pretty good. I think I might play some StarCraft anyway. I don't know, what should I do? Should I just stream this nothing here for a little bit while I enjoy myself? Or, that sounds terrible, I'm just going to enjoy myself. I could close my Wall-E. I was watching Wall-E this morning. I woke up. That's what was playing. It's one of my favorite movies. Makes me cry every time I actually watch it. I'll watch just a little bit more Counter-Strike. Just see how this map gets started around Dust 2. I used to play that map a lot. Like, gaming does have something that movie watching doesn't. And besides, like, just being active in the game, there's not, like, this live interaction or this, like I guess there's a tournament mindset with, like, the Academy Awards type of thing. There's not, like, the ability to be, like, watching multiple movies at the same time. Like, you can't really be playing multiple games at the same time. You sort of can. I mean, you definitely can, but like games in between games, games during loading screens, things like that. Even like playing on your phone a little bit while you're doing stuff. There's also games that are like you play it and then you set it down and it's doing stuff over time in the background, and you come back to it and you tend to it, and then you know, it's like sort of like a little pet. You like pet it whenever you have the time to pet it. Which is this like, yeah, I don't know. It's a cool thing to be able to do in games. To be like, I am interested in StarCraft, Star Sector, Counter-Strike, you name it. I'm just interested in a ton of games, and I want to play all these games. Like, I want to play the Black Myth Wukong game, but it just doesn't really like fit with what I'm doing. It doesn't like fit my kind of space theme. And I'm not like super into fighting games, but I do enjoy the game, and it came with my computer for free, and there's a lot of people streaming it, so if I want to grow my stream, that's probably a good idea to play that game. But growing my stream isn't like my goal. Streaming is like this incidental thing that's occurring. My goal is just to be playing the game and enjoying my time on Earth. Like, that's the goal. So that's the ultimate goal. But I hit the stream button. Why did I do that? Why am I streaming right now? Why am I talking right now? It's an interesting question. I guess because I've seen so many people do it, I just figured that I can do it for myself by just pushing a button. Why not? Go ahead, let's try it out. What's the worst that can happen? What's the best that can happen? I guess we'll find out. Only one way to find out. I also see how it is a job. It is broadcasting. You become a broadcaster. You have to be somewhat refined, somewhat polished, somewhat knowledgeable. You have to have a schedule. You have to actually do it. If you don't actually hit the record button, stream button, whatever, you're not on. You're not online. Nobody can watch you do your thing. So it really does behoove you to be streaming all the time. Stream more often than not. Because you're just opening yourself up to a wider audience if that's what you're doing. I don't know. It also just makes sense to be following your own heart. Following your heart's desire and be chasing your own thing. So stream how you want to stream. Stream as little as you want. Stream as much as you want. Stream whenever you want. Don't stream when you don't want to stream. Listen to people who are in your chat, and don't listen to people who are in your chat. Like, do what behooves you, and I think people will respond accordingly. I think most people would just leave, but I think that's like the natural status of things. Most people are just like, oh, let's check this out. No, not for me. Let's check this out. Not for me. But you have to be streaming in order for people to do that little natural selection process. We're kind of like, is this entertaining to me at all? Is this relevant to me at all? That sort of thing. Is he talking to me? Is it? I can tell when I'm in a stream where the streamer just doesn't even acknowledge me as a chatter. I'm just like, okay, well it's a different kind of stream then. And some streams are good like that, like Dolphin Chemists. He is so into his own thing that it's so much more amusing to just watch him do his own thing than it is to listen to him respond to all the crazy people in chat. Whereas some people are just really good, like Smoke is really good about kind of like picking and choosing who he wants to respond to in chat and then going off on his kind of tirades, maybe not tirade, but going off on the subject he wants to talk about based on what one or two people said in chat. Like taking a direction. He's such a good. It really matters to be a good host. You want to be showing that you're paying attention to chat, but also not letting chat dominate what you're doing on the stream. So that's a balance you have to strike as a streamer. It's impressive to watch people do it who are really good at doing it, because you don't even notice they're doing it really. You're just like, oh, they're just paying attention to chat. They're reading chat. But like they're only paying attention to chat and reading chat with like 10% of their brain power. Like the rest of their brain power is dedicated to their primary focus. That's what they're doing in the game itself. It's really interesting. That's why I find it interesting to see how people read chat or listen to chat, the text-to-speech thing. When I was searching on Reddit about how people just one monitor deal with chat, because I wouldn't mind just an overlay also. Just while I'm watching my game, I see the chat. And I've seen like streams that have this chat overlay on the screen and not just the chat box window that you can type in. And so I think I'm kind of thinking that there's some sort of overlay I could just have over my game. I could just see the chat pop up. When I'm looking at my phone, it's one thing I like about Kingdom Rush, is that when I'm looking at my phone and somebody comments, it just shows up right over the game. It's a Twitch overlay that shows you the chat, and it just like pops up for 2 seconds at most, and it's gone. And it's enough time for you to like see the name, read what they said, and ignore it, or respond accordingly. And it just fades out. And it's really not a distraction over the game as much as you think it would be. I don't know. I'm sort of just half watching. I'm more just talking about what I'm thinking about now than watching the Counter-Strike. I'm watching Counter-Strike in the background. Na'Vi are doing okay. No, they're not. Did they just win this round? What just happened? Nerds is owning fools. Heroic is absolutely trouncing. Okay, I had a feeling this was going to happen, so I'll stop watching that. Katie's doing her thing. I'm watching Rouge as well. See what Rouge is up to.
Or Iron Shell, Ivanati would come after you, and you would have to play against guys by earning it. And unfortunately, that card seems to have been nerfed a little bit because it's scale. Well, the thing is about that as a counterpoint, there's a lot of shit in vanilla that is really strong. So is it catering to vanilla stuff, or is it actually catering to people who are complaining? like that, okay, I can get it behind. But Ivanati is something that only happens when you raid the hedge. And you steal one of their items. So, like, let's say you raid Eventide for their Fullerene spool and you take it. Ivanati used to drop right on your head and cause you a fight instantly. That scaled like 2.5 times to your fleet. She no longer drops on your head. She drops in far enough away that you can jump out. And she doesn't scale. Which is kind of sad. Now, dropping right on top of you may not be very fun. But you decided to pick a fight with the hegemony at that point. It's not a vengeance link, though. It's something that it's tied to eternal iron. No, not eternal iron. It's tied to the condition on the world's iron shell. Yeah, a little too close to the reinforcement point. Yeah, fine, as long as she hunts you down. As long as she hunts you down to claim back what you stole from the hedge, it's fine. But if you're able to just run away from the problem, that completely defeats the purpose, right? These Centurions cannot fight these destroyers. Either these missiles have a really high health pool or they're shielded. Extended magazines onslaught is so meta. I love that they added the bonus to it for S modding it. Those missiles just have a high health pool, and there's a lot of them.
Okay, I gotta stop. I'm really too into that. I'm just having too good of a time here. Alright, I'll be right back. I gotta check my scrolls again. My squirrel girls. Well, I had a crow that was sounding off. He's still sounding off out there. Not sure why. I think it's a mama crow, actually. I'm not sure why she's really hollering up a storm. I don't know if she's happy or just summoning her kids or what she's doing. Or if she sees a cat. I looked out there for a little while. I didn't see any predators, raccoons, or anything like that. So, don't know what was going on there. I'm watching Rouge do this onslaught attack, and it's so gratifying. Just the extended mags, just endless energy blasts coming out of the thing, just forcing them back. Just absolutely wrecking ships. Oh my god, destroyed that ship with the energy burst. Wonderful. Almost got overloaded. That's so wonderful. Gosh, Star Sector is just such a wonderful game. There's so many little fun moments you can derive from it. It just feels so good. So much good stuff happening there. Beninator's playing. Nice. Let's check out Ben.
Hi.
Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? I'm watching people on Twitch instead of actually streaming my game. I'm gonna just check out Beninator real quick. I guess I could watch it on my stream just for a sec.
I made a clip.
You made a clip. Nice, 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 nice. Share it in the chat and I'll look at it here. Check out Beninator too.
Search Star Sector clips.
Nice. I don't have an emote for clip. Let's just try to search my emotes. Cool, thank you. I will. I can collaborate with Ben. That's interesting. I'm not sure what that even does.
Okay. Hey, Humble. How you doing, dude? Alright, where is it? Up there? Okay. Alright, let's steal a bit more supplies. I'll just take a tiny bit to make up what I used on there. I'll get...
Check
Oh,
out Ben.
I'm starting to make preparations for the end. That's going pretty well. I love seeing this. There's two Star Fortresses right next to each other. This is beautiful to look at. In Ogma and the ladder are my stockpiles. I'll get you a look at them. Let me head there.
clips.twitch.tv/harvestmagnificentcake-and-skeets-nd5bcn2wxka.
Nice. Thanks. I'm slow to do stuff right now. Just pay attention to what Ben is also saying.
I might put a... No, I did spawn a fleet at Eventide. I have like a secondary fleet of just random shit there.
Opened it
Nothing I really planned, I just tossed
in
it.
Chrome?
Some stuff.
I opened it in Chrome.
So Alada currently houses my brick fleet for when I want to... Oh. No. So if I want to pull out
Okay,
a
1
brick
second.
fleet, they're here. They're just big, heavy ships and tanky, small ships. So this is just a brick fleet with some
Oh, that is a
extra
brick.
storage. Ogma, that's Akubres. Ogma has basically every stolen ship that I've decided I don't need, alongside some paid for stuff like these are gonna be for a little something I have getting ready. Such as enough Marines to hopefully conquer the core worlds when I feel like it. It'll take quite a bit more than this. I think I'll need at least 20,000. I'm suspecting I'll need at least 20,000. So I'll put that to use later. I'm thinking when I get 10 mil, I'll build some more extra fleets, and I'll make sure to fit everything with. Honestly, I might just toss whatever I have on. I don't think I need a specific strategy anymore, so I'll just have enough fleets to ignore casualties. I'm sort of just trying to figure out what I should do in the meantime, because honestly, my monthly income's gonna get me to that 10 mil fairly quickly anyway, so I'm just like flying around doing some random stuff. Did some exploring last time. Oh right, there's a group of people on my ship that I promised I would take to...
Okay. I just kind of want to check in with him.
Monologue on hate. I hate this. You little fucker right there, Gabriel Glass. I hate you so much. There are 86 billion neurons in my brain. Laid out.
That's my full screen.
That
Let's do full screen, so that's not. I'm not using his entire thing here.
Kilometers, and if I were to inscribe the word hate on every nanofathom of that 86,000 kilometers, that would not begin to describe the amount of hate
Oh
I
my
have
God.
for you.
Phoenix is so
since this
cool.
battle started.
I love his cat cam. I love cats so much.
To start my old monologue on hate. I hate this. You little fucker right there, Gabriel Glass. I hate you so much. There are 86 billion neurons in
How
my
long
brain.
is this clip?
Laid
Okay.
out end to end. That'd be about 1,000 nanofathom. 86.
He's not fighting it. He's just talking about
Battle
it.
start.
Does he actually fight it? Here we go.
To start my old
Let's
monologue
start
on hate.
That's
I
pretty
hate
funny.
this. You little fucker right there, Gabriel Glass. I hate you so much. There are
I haven't seen why that ship is so evil yet. It hasn't been spoiled for me just yet, so I'm looking forward to finding out why this guy is such a wicked guy. I see how he's just phased out. He's not taking any hits here. So he's got his #1 ship going to town on it, but it's not doing anything. It's pretty cute.
It also phases you out.
Phases out your nice. It phases out its enemies so that they can't. Basically, that's one problem with the phase ship was when you're phasing, you can't do anything. You can't shoot. You can just like move around a little bit. So that's what you're talking about. It like I forgot the other word you described it, like ensnares you or something. Like it's not overloading you. Like when you're overloaded, you're still a target, so you can still be shot. So that's the good thing about being in phase is you can't be taking damage. But when you come out of phase, you can. And when you come out of phase, you don't have your shields up. So, like, if you get phased, you need to be able to turn your shields back on. And, like, the strength of the Paragon is the Fortress Shield. So, you're, like, disabling one of his strengths. Disabling his primary ship system with that ability. But you can have multiple Paragons. So, how many ships can he phase out at once? All your ships? That would be overpowered, so you just attack the ship with multiple ships. If it's possible. I don't know. Ben's on an attack here.
Phase out one at a time.
Let me open up Ben here. I do have him here. I have should have all my Star Sector people open. Try to like be lingering in people's chats, like just lurking. I've got a 100 gigabyte download speed, so it behooves me to just be downloading little streams constantly. Or maybe I don't know how I said that. I can check my speed right now. Let's do that. It's this, fast.com. Just automatically starts it. There we go. 1.1 gigabytes a second, give or take.
That ability is especially strong with Wolfpack, probably.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, a Wolfpack fleet is really scary. It can be really scary against your capitals, absolutely. The problem with the Wolfpack fleet is that the individual ships are weak. So if the enemies have range, you're going to have to fly your weak ship into their range to be able to do something. But if you're disabling them, that's not a problem. But what happens when you have multiple ships that have long range? Can you disable all of them simultaneously? Well, that would be overpowered. So eventually you're going to be in range of a capital ship that just absolutely takes 2 seconds to, you know, tachyon lance and then just obliterate your little ship. So it just goes pop, 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 and then the wolf fleet's dead. It doesn't take too many casualties before the wolf fleet is no longer able to deal the DPS needed to take out a fleet of capitals. Because just one capital requires, like, I don't know, 4 or maybe 3 ships shooting at it. So if you have 5 capitals, that's going to be 15 ships. But you're going to need more than that. I don't know. I'm just not convinced by the Wolfpack tactics. It's strong early game against 1 or 2 capitals, but once you go up against a fleet of capitals and more capitals keep coming out as reinforcements, what are you going to do? And usually they die. But I have been killed by little fleets. But generally when they're attacking me, they have like overpowered ships and overpowered officers. So that's another way to stack a Wolfpack fleet, is with awesome ships and awesome officers, as well as the Wolfpack trait. I think I'm going to do some Star Sector. Not Star Sector, StarCraft, and then go into Star Sector. That's kind of my plan. I'm a little scared to play Black Myth Wukong. I think I'm going to have to start it over. It's been like over a month since I've touched it. So I'm just totally back to square one. I might as well go right back to square one. I'm only at like square 1.2 in that game. I could play Counter-Strike. I was watching the Counter-Strike. I can go back to the Counter-Strike game, see if Heroic totally faltered or not. Or not Heroic, but Navi. Where's my following? They always top the following chart. Let's see. Yeah, Navi's at 4, Heroic's at 9. But Navi just went around. Oh, that's cool. I follow the Counter-Strikers. I follow their big tournaments anyway. Rouge is so funny. Rouge is like, yeah, I'm going to be playing this for 30 more minutes, and then I got to go do some other stuff. Still playing. That was like an hour and a half ago. It's funny. Asking a streamer how much longer they're going to stream while they're streaming is kind of weird. Like, sometimes you just don't know. So it's like, just kind of guesstimate, I guess. Check on Ben. He's got a lot of colonies. That's what I need to do. I need to set up a lot of colonies. It's not scary. What are you talking about? Okay. That just makes me want to play Star Sector. But I do this thing where I like to tease myself. Like, you know, you gotta, like, put your dessert at the end of your meal. That's a form of teasing yourself. You could just eat your dessert with your meal. You could eat your dessert right away. But saving that, like, best for last thing is such a nice feeling. So I think what I'm going to do is stop my stream here. So it kind of contains this little worthless segment. It's just my thoughts on stuff. And then pour back into StarCraft 2. Then pause it again. Take a little break. Pour into Star Sector. Fill up some cups. Okay. So I'll be right back. Hold your horses here. Friggin' hold your horses here.